You know, artificial intelligence is going to change just about everything. But let's be honest, nowhere are the stakes higher and the need for trust more critical than when it comes to our health. So in this explainer, we're going to dive into the super careful step-by-step process researchers are taking to build medical AI we can actually rely on. And this process, it might just become the gold standard for all high-stakes technology. So think about this for a second. It's a question that sounds like it's straight out of science fiction, but it's really not. Imagine an AI working right alongside your doctor, an AI that's capable of clinical reasoning and, actually having a conversation. The potential here is just massive, but it brings up an absolutely crucial question. How can we be 100% sure that this stuff is safe and actually helpful? In this slide, well, it really lays out the two sides of the coin. On the one hand, you've got this incredible promise, right? AI could make expert medical care available to way more people, and just as importantly, give doctors more time to actually spend with you. But on the other hand, there's this absolute must-have, rigorous, scientific proof that these tools are not just useful, but totally and completely safe. So, how do we get from here to there? How do we take this amazing technology from just a cool possibility and turn it into something that's proven and trustworthy enough to be in your doctor's office?
Well, it all kicks off with this guiding principle. This is not a move fast and break things situation. Not at all. When we're talking about healthcare, the philosophy has to be all about responsibility and hard evidence. Every single move has to be measured, tested, and scientifically proven.
In that approach, it leads to a journey. It's not one giant leap. It's a series of really deliberate, careful steps. And they're all designed to build confidence and make sure patient safety is always, always number one.
Now, here's what's so smart about this. The whole process is a lot like how new medicines get tested. I mean, you don't just whip up a new drug and hand it out to millions of people, right? You start small, you build up your evidence. So first, researchers tested the AI in totally controlled, simulated conversations with actors. Then, they moved to a small-scale safety study in one real-world clinic. And only after clearing that hurdle are they ready for the big one, a massive nationwide trial. So the big takeaway here is that this step-by-step method is everything. Each phase gives them more and more data on safety, on the patient experience, and on how useful it actually is. It's a system that's been specifically designed to guide innovation responsibly and to build that bedrock of trust we've been talking about. Which brings us to a huge moment in this journey. Researchers are now kicking off a landmark nationwide study, and they're partnering with a major U.S. healthcare provider, Included Health. This is where the rubber really meets the road, where the AI gets tested in the real world at scale.
Let's just pause here for a second, because this is a really big deal. We're moving way past those controlled lab experiments. We're moving past just looking at old data. We're now in the complex, kind of messy, and totally unpredictable environment of real-world virtual healthcare.
And this is the first study of its kind, ever. A nationwide randomized trial to see how this technology actually performs with real patients who have real health concerns from all over the country. This is huge.
And the goals for this study? They're crystal clear. They need to collect solid evidence on a massive scale. They need to see how the AI fits into the day-to-day work of a clinic, and they need to compare it head-to-head with standard practice. And all of this is going to be done with people who've consented to participate from every corner of the U.S.
Now, a massive study like this, it doesn't just happen overnight. Nope. It's really the culmination of years of foundational research, which you can kind of think of as three big pillars holding this whole thing up. Let's break down what makes each one so important. So pillar number one is a research project called Amy. This one tackles the really tough challenge of the medical interview. The AI's ability to reason through symptoms, make a diagnosis, and manage care. And get this, in the simulated tests, its performance was incredible. It actually matched or even beat primary care physicians in both how accurate its diagnoses were and the quality of the conversation.
The second pillar gets that your health is about more than just a quick doctor's visit. It's called a personal health agent, or PHA. This research looks at how AI can analyze data from your wearables. Think about your sleep patterns, your activity levels, to give you personalized coaching. It helps build a much bigger, more continuous picture of your health. And that third pillar, it's called wayfinding AI. And it tackles a problem I think we've all had, trying to navigate the confusing, sometimes scary world of online health info. This is all about creating a reliable, conversational guide that helps you find clear, helpful information that's actually relevant to you.
So when you put all three of these pillars together, the expert diagnostic reasoning, the personalized health insights, and the reliable navigation, you really start to see the outline of a revolutionary new future for healthcare. Let's talk about why this matters to every single one of us.
At the end of the day, the goal here is so much bigger than just one product. It's about setting a completely new, incredibly high standard for how all medical AI gets developed and tested from here on out. It's about creating a blueprint for responsibility that the whole field can use.
And this all points toward the ultimate vision, right? A future where AI is deployed safely, where real, lasting trust is built between the tech, the patients, and the doctors, and where all of this incredible work leads to one profound outcome: making high-quality healthcare accessible to everyone, everywhere.
So, as we wrap this up, it really leaves us with a powerful question to think about. This slow, methodical, evidence-first journey, it's not just about healthcare. It might just be the new gold standard for how we learn to trust AI with everything that matters most to us.